إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. ما بعد، نرحب بكم جميعا. I welcome all of you. We continue reading inshallah ta'ala from al-Mulakhkhas al-Fiqhee of our noble Shaykh al-Allama al-Walid الدكتور صالح بن فوزان الفوزان حفظه الله تعالى ومتعه بالصحة والعافية وغفر له ولوالديه وللمسلمين والمسلمات آمين. ما زلنا في كتاب النكاح باب في العيوب في النكاح. We're still in the section that talks about marriage. Alhamdulillah, the last chapter was about the conditions that the spouses may make in a nikah, some conditions and stipulations. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we take another chapter, باب في العيوب في النكاح. In this chapter deals with some of the defects that the spouses may have, husband and wife, which give them a choice to terminate the marriage. قال الشيخ صالح الفوزان حفظه الله: هناك عيوب تثبت الخيار في النكاح منها. There are defects that if found in one of the married couple, here is a man and a woman, make no mistake. So the other has the right of option whether to cancel the marriage contract or not, and they are as follow. نعم. أن من وجدت زوجها لا يقدر على الوطء لكونه عنينا أو مقطوع الذكر فلها الفسخ، وإن ادعت أنه عنين فأقر بذلك أجل سنة فإن وطئ فيها وإلا فلها الفسخ. The first of them, the Shaykh mentioned, once the person, they get married now, when a man marry a woman, this is Islam, not man marry a man, a woman marry a woman, and who knows these people next to what they're going to bring. That's Allah salam al-afiyah. If a wife finds out that her husband is unable to copulate with her due to his impotency, okay, she has the right to rescind the marriage contract. Or also, if she finds that his the male private part is being cut off or something, he was castrated, because here they didn't translate that one. If he was castrated as well, she has the right to nullify that marriage contract. Now, in addition, if a woman claims that her husband is impotent, but he denies it, okay? He does not deny it, actually. He doesn't deny that. Alhamdulillah, he said, yes, she's right. Tayyib, the husband is to be given a chance for a year to copulate with her. Yet if he still could not copulate with her during that period, she has the right to rescind the marriage contract. To rescind meaning to cancel it, the marriage, to put an end to that marriage. Okay? وإن وجد الرجل في زوجته عيبا يمنع الوطء كالرتق ولا يمكن زواله فله الفسخ، وكذا من وجد منهما في الآخر عيبا مشتركا كالباسور والجنون والبرص والجذام وقرع الرأس وبخر الفم فله الخيار لما في ذلك من النفرة. Now if the husband also finds that his wife is afflicted with a shortcoming that hampers copulation, such as, what is this called, Patricia? You know that? عندك الكتاب? The COLPATRESIA. Calpatricia? You know what that means? Ouija or something? اقرأ ناصر اقرأ هذه الكلمة. Calpatricia is a sickness, is an illness in the private parts now. And that such a defect is incurable. The husband then has the right to rescind the marriage contract. She has a disease that is not curable. Now, likewise, the Shaykh says, if one of the two spouses finds a defect in the other, وجدت المعنى؟ What is it? هاي مغلق ولا يمكن فتحه. هاي ما شاء الله. If one of the two spouses finds a defect in the other, such as hemorrhoids, insanity, leprosy, baldness, I don't know where they bring these words, or halitosis. You know that? You know what that means? What is it? Well, how do you know that? That's it. Oh yeah, it's a bad smell, huh? All right. The former then has the right of choice whether to cancel the marriage contract or not due to the repulsion caused by such defects. Because now that person, if this is found in the husband, then the wife should find difficulty being around this person. Or if she has these defects, now the man be difficult for him to be around in that case, okay? So they have the right to cancel the marriage contract if they want to. Now, Ahsant. This halitosis is not like when someone didn't brush one morning. Right? That's not halitosis. That's negligence. Laziness. That's what it is. Okay? But so in that case, and that happened to us. In that case, if a person, his wife said, hey, go brush your teeth, all of us, he has to go and brush your teeth. And especially, we don't smell our bad breath. It's difficult, right? It's not easy for us to smell our bad breath, you know. I don't know why, but it's just like that. Alhamdulillah. But other people, they smell it. You know, people in Walmart, they smell it, they just go to another aisle. But where the wife going to go? Exactly. طيب. ها؟ الله المستعان. قال العلامة ابن القيم رحمه الله. Good. جزاك الله خيرا حسن. That's a good lookout. قال العلامة ابن القيم رحمه الله كل عيب ينفر أحد الزوجين من الآخر ولا يحصل به مقصود النكاح يوجب الخيار وأنه أولى من البيع انتهى. قال ولو حدث بأحد الزوجين عيب بعد العقد فللآخر الخيار. And the Shaykh Salih Hafidahullah Ta'ala, he mentioned a statement of Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, as in Zad al-Ma'ad. The meaning of what the Shaykh, he said, قال بتصرف. قال every defect, the Shaykh al-Islam Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah says, every defect that causes a spouse to be disinclined to the other, meaning not being around him, just find excuses not to be around, disinclined to the other, and prevents the fulfillment of the purpose of marriage, like copulation, this entails the right of choice whether to cancel it or not, whether to cancel that marriage contract or not. Invalidation in this case is worthier than the invalidation of a trade transaction due to a defect. Remember when we studied in the same book, alhamdulillah, a while back ago, the defects in a business transaction, in a trade transaction, okay? That make that transaction invalid, and the person who finds certain defects has the right whether to get his money back or for the person to give him the value or something like, as we learn. So this is even more worthier than that. Hey now. The Shaykh mentioned also something that I don't think is translated in here, in the English translation. After the statement of Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah, he says, if any defect occurs to one of the spouses after the marriage contract, the other one has the right to nullify or dissent the marriage contract as well. ثم قال الشيخ حفظه الله ويثبت الخيار لمن لم يرضى بالعيب من الزوجين ولو كان به عيب مثله أو مغاير له ويثبت الخيار لمن لم يرضى بالعيب من الزوجين ولو كان به عيب مثله أو مغاير له لأن الإنسان لا يأنف من عيب نفسه ومن رضي منهما بعيب الآخر بأن قال رضيت به أو وجد منه دليل الرضا مع علمه بالعيب فلا خيار له بعد ذلك. Sheikh Saleh Hafidhullah, he says the right of option to rescind the marriage contract is due to the spouse who does not accept the defect of the other, even if the former has a similar or a different defect. Okay? Like a person, let's say the husband find a defect in the wife and he can't take it. Now he has the right to rescind the marriage, even if he has a problem, even if he has the same problem himself, or another defect. He says this is because man does not feel disgusted with his own defects. You see? However, if any of the married couple, once again here is important, man and a woman, husband and wife, because they just say married couple here, it could be anything. So Allah salam al afiyah. If any of the spouses, which is husband and wife, accept the defect of the other, provided being aware of the defect and showing a sign of acceptance, such as saying, I accept that defect, such a spouse does not have the right of option to rescind the marriage contract due to that defect afterwards. You know. That's why the ulama, they mentioned that if any people have any defects, they should mention it before the marriage contract. They should mention it. However, I have this condition or this condition. Because some people, it's okay with them. They may have a worse condition. He says, well, since you said that, well, I have this one too. Alright, I got two actually. Alright, on top of my head. So, if they say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that, I can't deal with that, alhamdulillah. But if they say, la bas, it's okay, la bas, then it's okay. But there is no trickery in Islam and cheating. No, I'm straight, I'm okay. But then once they get married, all of the problems. What is this? I don't know where it come from. No, we don't. There's no cheating in Islam. Okay? Be truthful. Alhamdulillah. نعم. قال الشيخ الفوزان حفظه تعالى: وحيث يثبت لأحدهما الخيار فإنه لا يتم إلا عند الحاكم. أي نعم، لأن لا يثبت إلا عند الحاكم لأنه يحتاج إلى اجتهاد ونظر. لأنه يحتاج إلى اجتهاد ونظر فيفسخه الحاكم بطلب من له الخيار أو يأذن لمن له الخيار فيفسخ. He said, when one of the married couple, once again, husband and wife, has the right of option to rescind the marriage contract or not, the execution must be done by the judge or the one in authority. As such, a matter needs ijtihad and consideration of certain things. And that's not for anybody, that's for the judge or the person who is placed in authority, okay, to deal with these matters. So therefore, the judge can rescind the marriage contract if demanded by the claimant's spouse or give the latter permission to do so. هنا. قال الشيخ الفوزان: وإن تم الفسخ قبل الدخول فلا مهر لها لأن الفسخ إن كان منها فقد جاءت الفرقة من قبلها وإن كان منه فقد دلست عليه العيب فكان الفسخ بسببها. نعم. قال: وإن تم الفسخ قبل الدخول، يعني بالمرأة، فلا مهر لها. لاحظ أن هذا في العيوب، ليس في، إن لم يكن هناك عيوب فلها نصف المهر، التي لم يدخل بها فلها النصف. وإن تم الفسخ قبل الدخول فلا مهر لها لأن الفسخ إن كان منها فقد جاءت الفرقة من قبلها وإن كان منه هو الذي أراد أن يفسخ فقد دلست عليه العيب لأنها لم تخبره بهذا العيب، لم تخبره، فكان الفسخ بسببها هي، حيث أنها لم تخبره بهذا العيب. أي نعم. The Sheikh said when قال if the contract is rescinded before the consummation of marriage, the wife does not have the right to claim her dowry. Does not have the right to claim her dowry. She has no dowry. Okay? And this is because if she is the claimant of the rescinding of the marriage contract, if she's the one that says, I can't be with this man anymore because of a certain defect in him, then she is the one who causes separation and she forfeits her dowry. On the other hand, if the husband was the claimant of the rescinding, he's the one who invalidated the marriage contract, then it means that she has not told him about her defect. Aynam? So then, in both cases, she does not have the right to claim her dowry. وإن كان الفسخ بعد الدخول، هذا قبل الدخول، لا مهر لها. وإن كان الفسخ بعد الدخول فلها المهر المسمى في العقد لأنه وجب بالعقد واستقر بالدخول فلا يسقط. لأنه وجب بالعقد واستقر بالدخول فلا يسقط. However, if the marriage is rescinded after consummation, the wife has the right to claim the dowry specified in the marriage contract. And this is because the wife's dowry becomes obligatory for being stated in contract and settled by the consummation of the marriage. Thus, the dowry becomes the wife's right and cannot be invalidated in this case. So it's hers. ثم قال الشيخ حفظه الله: ولا يصح تزويج الصغيرة والمجنونة والمملوكة بمن فيه عيب يرد به النكاح. ولا يصح تزويج الصغيرة والمجنونة والمملوكة بمن فيه عيب يرد به النكاح، لأن وليهن لا ينظر لهن إلا بما فيه الحظ والمصلحة لهن، وإن لم يعلم وليهن بالعيب فسخ النكاح إذا علم، وإن لم يعلم وليهن بالعيب فسخ النكاح إذا علم إزالة للضرر عنهن. الله أكبر. This is the beauty of Islam. سبحان الله. لا ضرر ولا ضرار. No causing harm, no receiving harms. Alhamdulillah. Spouses, they have rights in Islam. Amen. If only Muslims apply the deen of Allah. Now you find Muslims, they just do it their way, and then the non-Muslims, they look at the women being oppressed, men being oppressed, and then they think this is Islam. But if they read the Islam, all the details, all the principles, that shows and highlight the beauty of this deen of Islam. He says it is invalid to marry a young girl, an insane woman, or a slave girl to a man who is afflicted with a defect that affects the consummation of the marriage. Amen. And this is because the guardian is supposed to look for the best interest of the woman under his guardianship. Okay? Yet, if the guardian is not acquainted with the suitor's defect, he is to rescind the marriage contract once he knows about it, in order to spare the woman under his guardianship the harmful consequences. Amen. قال: وإذا رضيت الكبيرة العاقلة مجبوبا أو عنينا لم يمنعها وليها لأن الحق في الوطء لها دون غيرها. In this connection, if a sane, mature woman, she's sane and mature, gives her consent to marry an impotent man or one who's castrated, okay, that his private part is being cut off, the guardian does not have the right to prevent the marriage, as intercourse is a matter that concerns the bride alone, no one else. وإذا رضيت بالتزوج من مجنون ومجذوم وأبرص فلوليها منعها منه لأن في ذلك ضررا يخشى تعديه إلى الولد وفيه منقص على أهلها. However, if the woman that she's sane and she's mature, she accepts to marry an insane person, a leper, or a man afflicted with vitiligo. What is that? Vitiligo. عندك يا vitiligo? Maybe, yeah, vitiligo. You know what is that? Vitiligo. Okay. Al-abras, huh? The leper? It's like another word for leper? Discoloration. Show me. Because you're doing this. Vitiligo. Okay, so what's the difference between leprosy and one who's leper and one with vitiligo? The skin turns to a different color. Okay, طيب. So it's mixed. Can be cured, huh? MashaAllah, طيب. على جزاكم الله خير. So now, if this is the case, if she chooses to marry someone like this, her guardian can prevent the marriage in this case, as the negative effects of the husband's defect may exceed the wife to befall their children, in addition to the blemish that may befall the family. And by this we come to an end to this short chapter, which is about the al-uyub. So we learn things that if there is some defects, it's not like the woman, she's stuck, like some people tell, she's stuck, you're stuck, that's it, you marry for good, for life. No, it's not the case, she married for life. If there is defects, alhamdulillah, that are mentioned, the ulama, they mentioned them, alhamdulillah. It's not like some woman, she's oppressed, and sometimes beside the defect, there is defects in aqidah. The man don't even pray. And the parents say, no, stay with him. He don't pray, he curse, he gamble with the money, with the paycheck. They're like, no, he ain't going nowhere. This is not how it's done in Islam. If any woman going through these things, her parents, her guardian, families, they have to listen to her, and once they find out that what she's going through is right and true, then they have to apply the advices of the ulama. It depends on they give them advice. يا أخي أنت لا تصلي إيش هذا مسلم لا يصلي. Pray يا أخي salat, and they talk to him about the salat. As the ulama they mentioned, if he began to pray, alhamdulillah, then she stays with him. If he persists on not praying, then she leave him. Likewise, if he's gambling and if he's drinking and he's not taking care of her, and worse, if he's bringing these things in the house, then this the ulama, they already mentioned the fatwa, alhamdulillah, what a woman should do in this case. It's not like, well, while you're married, you're stuck. That's your husband. That's it. Don't come to us. No, this is not how it is in Islam. So Allah salam al afiyah. The next chapter will be on the fi ankihati al-kuffar. All right? The marriage of the disbelievers. We will learn a lot. Like, for example, should we approve? Are their marriage contract approved in Islam or not? And if somebody who's married, Christian, for example, they were married, a man and a woman, they were married, and then they became Muslim, both. What will we do? We acknowledge their marriage contract, or they have to go and get married again Islamically. If the man, the husband became Muslim, but the wife, she stays Christian, and they were already married according to their system, what should be done now? Can they do it Islamically? Can she stay with him, or can he stay with her? Likewise now, if the woman, she's the one that became Muslim, but the husband, the Christian husband, he's like, no, he don't want to be Muslim yet. Can she stay with him or not? All of these things we're going to learn, inshallah ta'ala, in the in the upcoming chapter, because it's very important, especially we live in America, and sometimes questions come like that. Sometimes you find a brother and his wife, they were Christian for their life, and then they became Muslim, both of them. And then they come and they're like, what do we do now? Are we still married, or we have to do it all over again? What about our children? That we have them before Islam. When they were Christian, then a person, alhamdulillah, at least he knows. If they don't remember the details, now wait a minute, there is a chapter, alhamdulillah, that have details. Likewise, like I said, a woman, she became a Muslim, but she's still married to a Christian husband, or a Jew husband, and the like. So what we should tell her now? Okay? Because now she became a Muslim, but she's married to a Christian. Or a man, he's the one who became a Muslim, but he was married to a Christian lady, for instance. But she's like, look, you want to be a Muslim? That's your issue, that's your choice. She don't want to be a Muslim. Okay, so what his rights as related to this woman? Is she still his wife? Should he divorce her because now he became a Muslim? And there is a lot of things that we have got to learn, good things that, especially for us that we live in the West, it will give us and equip us, alhamdulillah, with some details and valuable points that we can share with those whom Allah guide to al-Islam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us tawfiq and grant us beneficial knowledge that is coupled with righteous actions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve all of us and keep us firm upon the sunnah. I want to mention, relate to you the salam of our brothers, brother Hassan al-Somali and Musa Richardson, hafidahumullah, and brother Dr. Abdul Rahman Umrisan, hafidahumullah. They all spoke with them and they give you the salam. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا.